Hey Shola, how are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh,
Awesome. Okay,
okay.
so can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so real quick, what I want to do is I want to actually go over a piece of paper real quick.
Hmm.
Ah, the launching your first campaign, right? So going to be a pretty important lesson here today, but I want to make sure that we're having everything that we need to do
Yes.
so. So I think I gave you a bit of homework last time that was basically having some search queries that you want and are ready to go ahead and search up. So do you have those for me?
I didn't understand what you meant by, oh God, I spilled this thing on myself. Excuse me.
You're okay.
Oh, I spilled my tea on myself. Sorry about that.
You're okay.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't cover it properly and it just spilled all over me. Okay. So where are we? Yes. Are we doing a share screen here?
Yeah. So go ahead and just open up your Sales Navigator and share your screen with me.
Perfect. I will do that. Yes.
I'm gonna plug my laptop in because it's low.
So okay. So what am I sharing? I'm sharing. There we go. Do you see it? Okay. Do you see it?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, here we are. So I put the initial terms that
Mm-hmm.
which are the wellness and fitness companies, seniority level, according to what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So where do we go from here?
So, um, you have a lot of tabs open. If you can you open a new window or just close some of those?
Okay, open a new window. I'll
Yeah,
close it.
because yeah,
Too many things going on. All right.
yeah, because you're gonna just be switching primarily back and forth between Ulink and Sales Navigator.
All right. So this is Ulink. No, this is Calendly. This is our thing. This is Ulink. This is Sales Navigator. So I'm just going to go ahead and close all the others. It's my everyday. It's like you want to do something, just open a new window. You want to do something, just open a new window.
I know. What I like doing is instead of using tabs, I just open a new browser window. It makes it
Right.
like more organized versus just like a ton of things on one end.
I know. I just and probably needed to close them all anyway. So all right. So now we've got and now I'm working with what we actually need here.
Mhm. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go ahead and copy the URL. But there's a couple of pieces of information I want to tell you, right?
Okay.
So go ahead and scroll up on the Sales Navigator screen so you can kind of see those four bars at the top. Awesome.
This,
Okay,
this,
so
this, and this.
yep. So anytime you're doing a search and you're uploading a Ulink or really any auto connection tool,
Yes.
what you're going to be doing is really making sure that the list is as close to 1,000 as possible, right? So like the reason you do that is because the max that the most, at least Ulink and a number of other different tools can actually output is 1,000 messages a week, and the reason that's there is because LinkedIn will only allow a max of I've heard different numbers, but you're really going to want to only go over a max of 100 outbound messages a day. Reason being is after that point, LinkedIn will be able to kind of pick up or know that you're using some kind of third-party tool or something like that to leverage your outbound messages. So by just relying on the 30 days or relying on the uh, smaller, how do you put it, the smaller group populations of like a search query
Yes.
and uploading it in a Ulink, you'll be able to keep your A, account on the safe side, as well as B, be able to just launch multiple campaigns. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So you see at the top, there's a number of different tabs, right? You see total results, 90 days, change jobs, mentioned in the news, and then the posted in 30 days. So there's going to be two really big things that we want to just kind of natively look for. Is A, where is going to be the people who are going to be most active on the platform, and B, how am I going to be able to make sure that I'm getting close to 1,000? So looking at the list, the closest ones to 1,000 are probably the change jobs in 90 days or the posted on LinkedIn in past 30 days. Now, I always go default towards the posted on LinkedIn in 30 days because that means that A, they're a bit more, stable. Oftentimes people who are in transition, like the last thing they want to think about is, investing in a product or service or something that they may not even be fully into yet. So people who are posted within the past 30 days, a couple things. A, they're active. B, because they haven't had, a transition or switch, that they're going to primarily be a little more stable and better prospects for you. So all in all, you really want to just be focusing on uploading lists from the posted in 30 days and getting that posted in 30 days list down.
I need to write all this down, don't I?
No, this is recorded, so I'll actually send this to you.
Oh, perfect.
Mm-hmm. So I'll make sure that this gets shared with you as a link. But pretty much you're going to want to make sure that you're relying on the posted in 30 days and getting as close to 1,000. So once you click that little tab there, the URL will actually change the top. So go ahead. Yeah, no, you're okay. Let's go back real quick. I think that was unintentional. The back arrow. Go to the back arrow on the left-hand side.
Back, okay. Oh, sorry.
So see, yeah, there you go. And it'll just load back into that search. Okay. If you actually go and click this search keywords on that center page, it should just come up. There you go. Just click that. That's actually the first result with a little person where it says 1150, 51, 200.
Oh, so this is my all the things I put in there.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's your search history. And because you there's a recent search, it'll come up. And if you want, you could actually hit save search. See that right at the top in the white bar, save search.
Here we go. Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead and hit save search, and it'll actually save it. And you could just call it. I would just put a dash, like a hyphen for a blank, and then go health wealth HWF for health wealth fitness. You can put company headcount. And
then enter.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
So now you have it saved. Sweet. So what you're going to do is go ahead and click back on that where it says 3580 right there.
Yes.
Yep. And then you see how the URL at the top changed slightly, right?
Yes. It didn't go to a new window like it did last.
No, it just changed slightly. So go ahead and go to the URL, and you're going to want to copy that URL.
Sorry, say that again.
You're going to want to go and copy the URL.
Oh, copy. Okay.
Yep. Just go ahead and copy it.
Copy.
Okay. Now go ahead and go back to the U-Link tool.
U-Link.
Yep. And then you're going to see the number of tabs at the top. You see My Network Messenger, Connector, Search, Inbox, Task Queue. Go ahead and hit Search.
Search.
So Search is going to be the main tab that you're going to be operating under, where anytime you want to upload a specific list, a specific search to the tool, it's going to be done under the Search tab. There's also directions here that you can read, but just go ahead and go to Start New Search. And you're going to name the search name. Okay, no, real quick, before I say that. You're going to see there's kind of 3 different kind of searches you can do: standard search, URL search, sales navigator search. It's important that because we have a sales navigator U-Link or a URL, you have to go under sales navigator search as the option. Right now, it's blue highlighted, means the option you currently have selected. So if you actually go to Sales Navigator, click it.
Like this?
Yep. And now you'll be able to insert the Sales Navigator search URL.
That link that I took away from Sales Navigator.
Paste it right there.
So this one.
Yep. Now you can go ahead and name it. So you can actually switch back and forth between tabs. It won't get rid of any of the words you've already written. But for any search query name or connector sequence name that's going to be corresponding with it. You want to name it pretty much what the filters on that search are, and also date it. So Ulink doesn't automatically tell you when you launch a thing. So,
hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, sorry, I lost you for probably about 8 seconds.
Okay. No, you're okay. So what I was going to say was you're going to want to really name your search, basically the filters that you have currently applied from Sales Navigator to the search. So if you go ahead and click back on the Sales Navigator tab at the top up here,
Yep.
you can see that you have the industry, health, wealth, and fitness, the company headcount. Scroll down,
Yes.
please. Thank you. I think you might have froze. Oh, there you go. Okay. So you have the health, wellness, fitness, the company headcount, seniority level, and then you have the function listed as healthcare services.
Yes.
And then you have 30 days. So you have a couple of different things. So go back to Ulink. What you're going to want to do is you want to be as specific as possible, right? So with the company headcount, you might put from the least amount of employees to the max amount of employees, just so you know specifically what filter of a company headcount you put. But you could start by just putting HWF for health, wellness, fitness.
Okay.
And then I always use hyphen to separate, so I just use a hyphen.
In front of the...
Yeah, because it shows there's a blank.
Like right here, or?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
And then you're going to go into the second thing, which is the company headcount. So I just spell out like CMPNY, like company, like the short acronym.
Company.
And then I just put a space. Then I go HC, headcount.
HC, that stands for headcount, yeah. Okay.
And now you can actually break it up using a semicolon, but really you're just going to list the actual headcounts that you have. So go ahead and look back at Sales Navigator. You just had it on the tab. And you can see you have pretty much from 11 to 50, 11 to up to, let's see, the max is
10,000.
10,000. So I would just put 11 to 10,000. So you know you have all of them selected.
Okay.
Majority of all of them.
11 to, like this. Okay.
And then go ahead and put another a little hyphen. And then next, I believe you had the seniority level. So the seniority levels, I just copy them and paste them. So try highlighting them. Yeah, for me, I'm on a Mac, so I just use a little macro key of like the Command C to copy, because if you let go, it will always highlight all of them because it's a drop-down based menu. But I don't know if you know the macro key for it. There you go.
Oh, macro.
Okay, so if you hit Command C right now, it'll just highlight those.
Okay.
Awesome. Now, if you go back to Ulink, you can go Command V and it'll paste. There you go. Yeah. And then that's how you know those are the seniority levels you have. So go ahead and put another hyphen.
Hyphen.
And you remember you have the function. So note there's a couple things you can add at the bottom that are like type. You have the just to differentiate between the function and the title. You can just type in func in parentheses and then type in healthcare services. So you know that that specific keyword is a function, not a title. Then healthcare services. And a couple more pieces. So go ahead and put another little hyphen after healthcare. You remember it's 30 days, right? Because there are people who posted within the past 30 days.
Yes.
So for that, I just put post 30 day. So I know.
Okay.
And then you just want to end it with the date.
Today's date?
Today's the 9th.
9th.
Yes.
I should know. Okay, so now what?
Today's it's put 19 as a year.
I put 50.
Good year for you? 15?
Actually, my birthday is on the 15th.
Oh,
That's why I put
of
15.
April?
Yeah, next week,
Oh,
Monday.
happy early, because I know it's not belated. I don't know what but
Thank you. I'm not
so
doing anything but working anyway, so anyway.
that can be rewarding though.
Oh, very.
So what you're gonna want to do now is just hit add search task.
Add search task. Boom. Yeah, there's no way I would have figured this out on my own.
You're okay. That's why I'm here. All right.
I know, and that's why I was like, I'm just going to do everything you say. Just 1, 2, 3, not change anything.
So right now you'll see it says waiting, but if you refresh the page, every time you refresh the page, the list will slightly get bigger.
Oh, so refresh the page in Ulink right here. Okay. Now it's saying in progress.
Yep. So as we come back to it, it'll actually just get bigger and bigger. It just takes a second. So
when you
now
say bigger, you mean like more things will populate?
The list will actually go from 0 to the number of contacts that are in it, and you'll start to see them appear in that center screen. So go ahead and stop your share for a second.
Stop share. All right.
I'll go ahead and show you an example of that.
Okay. You cut your hair.
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
I went to my barber. Thank you. Okay, so you can see this is an example list that I uploaded for someone, but here you can see, if I go to email income expert, right, or author, you can see that
you have many different groups.
Yeah, so all it means is that I've uploaded a number of different searches into this Ulink account.
Gotcha.
Because I have. So when we're kind of launching new campaigns, every new search that you upload from Sales Navigator will appear as a new search on this right-hand side. Gotcha. And if you click them, you'll actually see the center screen updates with those specific contacts who came from that specific search, right?
Yes.
So as you refresh, it'll say in progress, but as you refresh, you'll start seeing this number start to go up and increase. What that means is that it's actually pulling the accounts from Sales Navigator and putting them into the Ulink tool. So you see all these around 1,000, around 1,000, around 1,000, some a little less. But what we're going to go into next is going to be the connector campaign. Now, note yours isn't going to have any here. It's going to be completely blank. But you're pretty much just going to hit new connector campaign, and we're going to pretty much upload from your need to know doc as far as the sequence themselves. So what we're going to do, I don't think this is shared with you yet, so I'm going to share it with you so you can see it. But it's really simple. I'll kind of show you. You can see there's a timeline here. That should be a 5 or 6. There's a timeline here. So you can see this is where you want to put your name. So I'll just go Shola. And literally I'm just going to copy and paste it into this new connector sequence. So before we do that, though, you see we have to name it. And you're not going to have any campaigns here because it's blank. But you're just going to want to name it exactly what the search itself is, right?
Yes.
So remember, we named that whole search a custom name with the specific filters. We want to name the correspondent connector and messenger campaign with the same.
Yes.
So like in this case, I'm going to use the fat loss as an example. Right. But I'm going to go into the connector campaign, create a new connector campaign, and I'm going to call it exactly the corresponding search that it's going to be with. Once I go ahead and I hit create connector, that's when I'm going to be able now, you can see it exists right here, to actually copy and paste the steps. So we created the campaign, but it's basically a shell. There's nothing in it. So that's when you start just literally copying and pasting. So we have your first message here, the connection message, and we're just going to literally paste it, literally like that. And then you're going to go to the second one. And notice now you can see this little drop-down bar. On this drop-down bar, you're going to be able to select.
So is that what we're going to be doing today?
Yeah, we're pretty much going to be uploading your first connector sequence, uploading your messenger campaign, and then launching your first campaign onto the search that you just uploaded to your tool.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So real quick, you can see that every kind of message has a drop-down for how long you can follow up with them. So why this is so important is this is the automatic follow-up, right? So like, what requires, if you want to follow up someone in 7 days, that's 7 days. If you want to follow up someone in 8 hours, you could do that. But we have kind of predetermined and measured out times already from our experience of doing this. So those are actually going to be listed at your need to know doc at the top up here.
Yes.
And then you'll be able to just literally copy and paste. So like, I'll show you another example. So this obviously want to put your name. Shola.
Yeah.
Message one after the welcome message. So you see a message up here. And then you could see if I go back to the need to know doc, welcome message, 4 hours after connecting. So I go in here, I put 4 hours, and then bam, this message is done as well. Then I go into message one. You can see message one is, or and the thing is, it's labeled, but welcome message one. I should probably change that. But if you go to the actual up here, you can see message one is 2 days. So like, awesome. Okay. So 2 days. And then you add another step and then you just keep going, right? So you have the second message here.
You take the preloaded messages from there and put them in there with the sequence that they're already predetermined sequence.
That's correct. And then you just keep going until you hit the bottom of the sequence itself, which is after 8 messages, because you have to note that there's a connection and welcome message. So after that has happened, then you go ahead and you just hit save, and it'll save that sequence that you just made. Does that make sense?
So what you're doing now is kind of creating a sort of shell campaign as a demonstration, right?
This is actually your campaign. I'm just literally showing you how to actually plug it in.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. I want you to screen share, and I want to kind of watch you to do it, and make sure you kind of get the gist of it, okay? Okay. So go ahead and start your screen share. And I'll make sure I share this document with you because this actually has.
Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm back to Sales Navigator, but I don't need to do this. This I need to be here, but it's still in progress, so it's still waiting.
So go ahead and go to Connector on your screen, the Connector tab.
Oh, look.
I see it's uploading. And as you keep coming back to it, by the time we're done uploading your sequences, it'll be done. So go ahead and go to Connector Sequence. And go ahead and hit New Connector Campaign.
This is right. So now you said you want to name it the same thing as the other one.
As the search, yeah. So you can literally just copy so go to Ulink.
Or am I copying it?
You're going to copy it from search, the search tab on Ulink.
On Ulink, right.
So go to search. You see on the right-hand side, all those numbers?
Yes.
You can actually highlight that.
Oh, this whole thing here like this. Gotcha. And then, sorry, I'm going to move you a little bit. There we go.
You can actually just start at the 19. You don't need where it says Sales Navigator Search.
Say this again.
You can actually just start the highlight at 19 and end it at the H at HWF. You don't need to put the Sales Navigator Search. Yeah, and then copy that. And then go to Connector. Yep. New Connector Campaign. Kind of repeat the same steps. Yep. And then just paste that right there.
Aha. So now what do I put in here? Nothing.
So yeah, there's nothing you can actually copy the steps from. So you can just go create Connector Campaign.
Okay.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
Now that shell of the actual Connector Campaign is created. So go ahead and click on where it says title, that whole blue line.
Yes.
Go ahead and click it because you're going to open up the sequence, and then you're going to see you can go ahead and go to steps, because you can see it's on, but there's no steps, and it's basically you haven't told the tool who to send that campaign to or what to say. So go ahead and go to steps, and you're going to be kind of just repeating the need to know doc questions, or not the questions, the messages into there. So go ahead and click on need to know doc. Scroll down, and you can see you're going to want to add Shola, your name, in the first 2 messages. And the second message.
Can I put my last name or no?
You don't need it, honestly. I think the doctor gives you enough validity and credibility.
Yeah, that's why I put it there.
Yeah. And so yeah, that, and then also like it's a direct message, so you're trying to keep this conversational. You don't want it to be too formal.
Yes.
Yeah. So go ahead. Yep.
Copy.
Yep. Copy.
It's quite exciting, actually.
Oh no, you're about to launch your first outbound campaign, and then you can just paste it right in the connection message. Yep.
And now it will populate with the first name of the person already.
Yep.
Okay.
And then go to welcome message on the need to know doc. And just copy and paste the same thing. Make sure you add your name.
Just put it right in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just copy and paste. And you can see the drop down, remember? So the drop down for this is going to be 4 hours. You want to send 4 hours after they connect.
Okay. So if no reply.
Yeah, if no reply.
Okay.
Add another step. Go ahead and copy that.
I have to make some modifications.
Yeah, definitely.
Physician wellness experts. So basically what Sales Navigator does really is to get you the list.
Yep.
And then Ulink connects you to the people.
Yep.
Gotcha. I should still sign this out, Dr. Shola, or no need?
You don't have to. You don't want every single one to be that.
Yeah, exactly. So, and because I noticed that you didn't put it in this one. Okay, good. Okay, so this says, is it 1 day?
No, so this one is actually going to be 2 days.
Okay. Now add another step. And all these are what you're touching them every time if they don't reply. Once they reply, then you get them into your, your whatever, your network, and you can connect with them.
Correct.
Gotcha. Copy. And this one is when? Message 3 goes out 7 days. Am I right? No, this is 6 days.
You can make that 5. That's actually incorrect. You want to make that 5.
So it's going to be 5. This one I'm doing is going to be 5 days.
Correct.
Okay. So 2 days, then 5 days.
Yep.
Very soon I'll know this thing in my head. But then you won't need to, because it'll just be okay. Mm-hmm. Then okay. Add another step.
It's going to be 7 days for that message 3.
Okay. This one will be 7 days. And then I'm copying misconnection last week. Just making sure you got my message. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is something that will really work, because it's a lot of times it's just about showing up repeatedly to making sure that people know you're there all the time. Then the next one is message 5. Empowered date. Love it. Funny, the messages, and it's funny how the messages themselves, they really do sound like something that I would send to a person.
Yeah. And that's also going to be 7 days.
Oh, it's also going to be 7 days.
Mm-hmm. So 7 days happens twice. Yep.
7 days happens twice. Okay. Then another step. Been a while since we last communicated. How have you been? Okay. Copy. And this will be how many days?
10 days.
10 days. Then no, you opened the wrong window. Need to know. It's okay. So now it's.
Go ahead and copy that.
Uh-huh. Copy. So how long does this one?
That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. Okay.
I think that might be it, but go ahead and scroll down again. Yeah, it was in the
Oh.
follow-up sequence. So no, you're okay. So go back to, if you go back to Ulink,
Your link, okay.
go up. Keep going up.
Now what?
You see, go ahead and just hit save.
Okay, the save on the right.
Yep. You want to make sure it doesn't get deleted. Okay.
I
And now
know.
go ahead and go to Messenger campaign, which is Messenger, or the Messenger tab. I'm sorry, right next to connector.
I'm not sure it's saved because it's still just showing.
No, that's it. It's saved. It loaded and saved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So go ahead and go to the Messenger tab.
Messenger.
And you're going to kind of repeat the same steps, right? You're going to hit new Messenger campaign.
Okay. So what's the difference between the connector and the messenger?
The Messenger is completely used for follow-up. The connector is used to, the connector includes the welcome message and the invite. So those are going to be messages written right when you connect with someone that are going to build rapport, increase credibility, validity, as well as provide social proof or just value up front. The Messenger campaign is just meant to follow up with somebody.
Okay.
So remember go ahead and go to search because you're going to name the Messenger tab. Oh, it's actually there. Look at that. HWF. Go ahead and go back to the name.
Hang on.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Create Messenger campaign because there's no steps to copy from.
No steps to copy from. Okay.
And go ahead and click it on it again. Then go to steps because there's no steps yet. And you're going to kind of repeat the steps here. So go ahead and go back to the need to know doc.
Okay.
And you can see you have message 1, message 2, the times. So go ahead and just copy and paste message 1 just like you did in the connector. And you'll be able to just paste it right under you.
These messages in the follow-up messages, right? Where these follow-up sequence.
The follow-ups, yeah, this is the follow-up sequence. It's going to be basically being plugged into the Messenger tab of Ulink.
Gotcha. Okay. So the first one goes, reach out anytime if I can connect you with someone, or otherwise let me know.
Go ahead and add another step.
So now when does the Messenger campaign start? After the connector campaign?
Yep, you can actually drop a prospect into the Messenger campaign at any point. The connector campaign doesn't have to run its complete course for someone to be dropped into the Messenger or follow-up campaign. You just have to put that person in there. So go ahead and go back to the need to know doc, and you see message 2 here. You can see that the go ahead and copy it real quick. And scroll up a little bit. You'll see it's pretty much 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 10 days, 4 weeks.
Yes, 4 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, so you're pretty much going to be dropping in on someone once a month. And then the reason it drops to 10 days in message 5 is that's where we usually see engagement. That's where the person finally engages back with an automation, especially if someone either says, they're not interested or something like that.
Okay. So in here, it's going to be 4 weeks.
Go ahead and paste. And then you're going to have 2 more 4 weeks, a 10-day, and then 2 more 4 weeks. And then that's where you actually put your offer. That's why it's in parentheses. So like this would be like for my coaching or for a personal transformation.
Should I leave it at program? It says you're the perfect candidate for my corporate wellness program.
You could just say program. Yeah.
Program. Okay. I wouldn't be this precision unless I absolutely knew I could help you out. Would you be open to chat? Okay. Then add another step. Also 4 weeks. Hey there, we never jumped on a call. Okay. jumped on a call. I'm just making some little modifications so it sounds more like me, that's all.
No, yeah, no, go ahead, please.
Then this is also 4 weeks, which is message 4. I'm smiling to myself because I'm thinking how if I'd engaged with this program that you're having even last year or the year before or last year, okay, maybe the year before, I would have been like, oh my God, I'm bothering people. But now it's like, no, I have something they need, so I'm going to keep showing it to them until they say yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Timing is everything as things continue to develop.
I mean, it's 100% everything. I'm learning that in so many different ways.
Yeah, it's like you have to. It's like I tell my clients, it's like ads. You hear ads and see ads, and the first thing is that, oh, it's annoying. But guess what happens when you need that thing they're advertising? That's the first thing you think of, even though they have annoying ads.
Yep.
Oh, annoying ads are the best ads because they stay with you.
100%. You remember them.
Yep. I'm going to use the word transform. Okay. Timing is everything. Would you like to do? So this is also 4 weeks. Right? Message 5. Yeah, make sure I know. So message 5. No. Message 5 is 10 days. Right?
And the reason is?
Because that's the point where we see a lot of engagement.
Correct.
So I need to change this to say 10 days. There you go. Then message 6 is also back to our 4 weeks. 2 years. Okay. 6. We have so many people tell us their burnout horror stories. Boom. Paste.
Burnout horror stories.
I hear burnout horror stories every day. Just this morning, this group this chick reached out to the group. She was in distress. She said, I've been working for 60 hours.
Oh my God.
Yes, 60 hours. And she slept for 2 hours. She said, I'm at my wit's end. I can't do any, and she's a surgeon. Who wants a doctor who's not slept in 2 days, in like 3
over,
days,
yeah.
operating on them?
Almost 2.5 days. Yeah.
He was like, no, just leave me to die. I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
And her boss texted her that she needed to come in like right now because she was taking this home call. Home call is where you're answering to emergencies on the phone. Mm-hmm. It sounds good on paper, but you could literally be up, putting out fires, all day, all night.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, I hear burnout horror stories every single day. So we're giving our advice, look, reach out to your director. This shouldn't be, tell them you're not safe. That's the first thing you have to tell them, look, you're not safe. Mm-hmm. Because they say if you've not slept for, I think, 30 hours, it's the same thing as having, is like being a drunk driver.
Yeah. It's actually more dangerous to drive sleep deprived than it is drunk.
Yes.
More accidents happen.
So we've had some of the burnout horror stories. What are some of yours? We'd love to hear you out. Let me know if you have some time to chat. All right. If you know someone is trying to, okay, I'll make that modification. Message 7 is also 4 weeks. I believe I'm getting the hang of this stuff. Paste. Okay, if you also know someone who's trying to level up and
you can get rid of 10x. Yeah, transform. I was about to say something more nurturing.
Don't be afraid to reach out. Perfect. Now, what's next? I think, okay. Oh, I don't bite is part of the, I don't bite is part of that message, right?
Yeah, adding a little bit of humor, kind of personifying you a bit more. And then you can see you drop your Calendly link in there because at this point, you want to make sure that the person has your info. And maybe if it is just like a bad time for them and they don't want to actually reach out, they can just obviously plug themselves into your calendar.
So I'm just going to take that Calendly link and just drop that in there.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Awesome. So you pretty much uploaded all your steps. Second thing you're going to be doing is, yep, there you go. Putting the Calendly link in there.
Okay, you have the arrow there as well. You guys have thought of everything.
We've gone through everything.
Yeah, it's worked for you, so it's good to have something that's proven. So now, not add another step.
Nope, you can make sure you save it though. Yep. And then go ahead and click back onto the little search tab because I think your list should be done uploading by now. Yep.
Yes.
So go ahead and refresh it one more time. Okay, so it still has a little bit left. But you can see you're pretty much in the center screen, you're pretty much adding all the contacts that would have been part of that Sales Navigator list. So real quick, go ahead and go back to Sales Navigator while it finishes uploading.
So now, are these things coming from Sales Navigator into Ulink?
So it's coming from Sales Navigator, and Ulink is pretty much pulling those contacts up and out of Sales Navigator and into its own list and into the tool itself. One thing I wanted to point out real quick was like this list. Go ahead and scroll up real quick. Is 3,580, right?
Yeah.
Ulink will only upload around 1,000 into itself. So you'll still have 20, or I think it's like would be like 2,000 or 20 like that into or remaining leads that could potentially be uploaded and sent outbound messages. So if you want to use that same list, because this is still your ideal client with these specific filters on it, you want to use that same list. How do you actually take advantage of that? So there's actually a specific filter that you can apply that could allow you to get to those remaining contacts after the initial 1,000 have been uploaded. And what that filter is past lead and account activity on the left-hand side there. It's the first filter.
Okay. Where do you say it is?
On the left-hand side under filter on the Sales Navigator tab, right there.
Yes.
Past lead and account activity.
So click on that.
Yep. Expand it. You hit remove contacted leads from search.
Oh. I do that now or later?
When you want to launch a new campaign from the same list.
Oh.
You click that and you'll actually be able to contact everyone else besides the remainder of the people who you've already contacted.
Right. Okay.
So one last thing is I want to show you. If you scroll down all the way, you can click view all filters. So you may think that that's all of them, but go ahead and click view all, and there's actually a lot more. So you can scroll down, you'll see a number of different things as far as company type, if they've worked at a past company, if they've been a member of different groups, the years at their current position, and to kind of just see more specifically targeted or more specifics about the leads that you can apply besides the initial ones that they always show on the left-hand side for that quick search screen. Just want to go ahead and show you that too, so you could filter. But go ahead and go back to Ulink and hit refresh one more time. Yeah, it'll probably just take one more minute because it's getting close to the
1,000 mark. Yes.
To the 1,000 mark. It might get to like 988 or something along those lines. So just refresh it. Might take a minute or two. But so you can see all these people who are being uploaded. You'll see two big tabs, right? You can see add selected people and then add all new people. So when you click add all new people, it's pretty much everyone who's just been uploaded. You can add them to a specific connector campaign, which is what we're going to do. Clicking that button is what actually launches your campaign, because it starts sending all those people who are just got uploaded your connector sequence, the one we just uploaded. It'll send all of them in. It'll send all. Yep. It'll send all of them invites to connect. It'll start sending them all messages once they do start to connect.
Wow, really?
Yep. Yep. That's why next week we actually start going into account management. If you can stop your share for 1 second.
Okay.
I'll show you kind of how it'll look after you get some responses in.
Okay, so stop share. There we go.
So next week when we look at your tool, you start seeing responses come in. And we'll be going over account management, which is like the biggest thing.
Yeah, because you want to be able to answer. I mean, for example, let's say I send it to 1,000 people and all of them say yes, what happens?
So pretty much they all connect as your connection. So it grows your connection list on LinkedIn. And they all start getting sent the messages. So you can see here, this is the initial connection message. She connected and automatically she receives this message. She says, thanks you too. I just have to hit continue and the automation keeps going. But this person actually replied. Once you do that, you actually you can see she's doing sent follow up. And after 4, she's like, nah, next week would better.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, I drop her in a connection sequence and I keep following up. And then you get the appointment.
So now what happens when let's say you send one message for example, I'm just great and I'm so fly and I'm so yes, we want you. So what happens so how do I stop them from getting messages? Because now I've already got them on the phone. In fact, I've even booked their gig because I'm the best thing since sliced bread.
So pretty much the automation stops when they reply. You have to hit the button to keep it going. So once you produce an appointment, I'll show you this. You'll learn more about this in account management, but I'll show you real quick here. You can mark this person as no interest or a later, and they'll be pulled out of the sequence.
Oh dear, you froze.
Oh really?
Hello?
I'm still here. It's just a bad connection.
Sorry, can you do what you did again, because you froze during that time?
No, you're okay. So this person pretty much, once I get her a set time and date, I want to pull her out. So I can just go no interest, and then automation won't target her anymore.
Okay, right.
And I'll explain more next week as well too.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So for now, don't do anything with this search.
You can start replying to messages, but like I would really want to train you as far as and show you how to reply, because there's specific message templates that you can use. I want to kind of show you the flow of doing that.
Exactly what
So go ahead.
I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to be the one that messes up my own.
I mean, that's the thing too. Yes, you can mess it up, and I know, because every time I do something, it's like trial and error, and yes, you will mess up, but there's so many leads that you can get on LinkedIn. One person or one lead isn't necessarily the end of the world. That's how you have to approach it, because now you have a lead gen system. You can always pull 1,000 more new people.
It's almost like you opened a back door and it's like,
That's literally what LinkedIn is. It's just once I started doing that, because I went from cold calling the door to door, where every single thing mattered, where I could just make I could just produce appointments like that. I'm just oh well, I didn't get this person, but let me just go down and reply to this person, and you'll get the hang of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So go ahead and share your screen one more time, because I want to go ahead and launch this for you. I think it should definitely be done by now.
Okay.
Third time's the charm.
Okay, here we are. Refresh.
Yeah, refresh it one more time. There you go. Now it's complete.
How do you know?
It says no longer in progress. It says it was completed 4 minutes ago.
Oh, this is of course, yes.
So, okay. Go ahead and hit add all new people to connector campaign.
All of them.
Yep.
Even the ones in England.
Even the ones in England.
Okay. Like I said, I will do as I'm told.
Boom. So now pretty much you launch first campaign. So all those people are being put in a queue to be sent messages outbound to be sent invitations outbound to. So over the next few days, you should start seeing A, people connect back, and B, people start replying to the welcome message itself.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yep, that's literally you launched the campaign, and like as fast as this was, in under an hour, you can do that every single week. You can launch a new campaign if you wanted to. Whereas a Facebook ad, you'd have to pay an agency to build the funnel, build the email automation sequence, build, or not build, but
Facebook
target
ads
people.
are more complicated than
They're a lot more complicated, and they're
than they
more
used to
expensive.
be. Because
Yeah.
exactly, because I've been using Facebook ads for the last 5 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I've seen them become more complicated over time.
Yep.
And then Facebook will call you, oh, book a thing with our marketing specialist, but basically all they really want you to do is spend more on ads.
Yep.
But they don't necessarily tell you even how to optimize your ads for the best. So
Nope.
you in a conversation with a Facebook marketing expert, and basically all they've told you at the end of the conversation is, oh, you need to spend $20 a day on ads. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's not really a solution. It's more so just like, hey, use our platform so we can make money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But
Okay.
yeah, so this is pretty much launched.
So right now, what's happening?
So right now, you told Ulink, hey, I have these specific words I want you to send, because we uploaded the copy into the connector sequence. We also told Ulink, hey, send these words if I want to drop this person in a follow-up campaign. Mm-hmm. We uploaded a specific list to Ulink, and we're saying, hey, Ulink, here's these people. And now we just told Ulink to, hey, so that list I uploaded? And Ulink's like, yeah. You're like, all right, this that connection sequence I made? Ulink's like, yep. He's like, all right, send that connection sequence to this new list. So Ulink just says, okay. It sends all these people invites, because on LinkedIn, you have to be connected to kind of send that amount of messages.
Yes.
So it'll send them an invite first. After they connect back, Ulink will say, okay, they connected, and you tell them, okay, great, send them the automation sequence. And that's pretty much where account management comes into play.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So when will it start sending the next sequence? Like in a week's time or something, right?
It's dependent on when people start connecting back with you, but I usually start seeing results within 2 to 3 days.
Right. Okay. So basically, when people, let's say in the next, like I say, because we're going to talk like next week, right?
Yep.
So between now and next week, if people start replying me, all I have to do is just engage with them and see where it takes me.
Yep, on the inbox. The inbox is where you start seeing responses come through.
My LinkedIn inbox.
Ulink inbox. You want to use the Ulink inbox because it's more organized than the LinkedIn inbox.
Ah, I see. What does this mean?
It means you sent a connection request.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm trying to learn ABCs like right now. This is like completely foreign to me. Like, this is not medicine. This is not treating heart failure. This is not life coaching. Get your mind right. But it's like it's getting me people to coach. So hey, it's more organized than Facebook from what I see.
Mm-hmm.
And Facebook, you can't really do too much B2B on Facebook. Facebook is not for that.
It's not for B2B at all.
No, you can't seriously do B2B on Facebook. You may get 1 or 2 things, but not enough that's going to feed you.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Facebook's more so for any B2C product. LinkedIn and a system like this is if you have a B2B product, this is where you want to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
All right then. Anything else?
Yeah, let's schedule the next call for next week.
Okay, let me see. Where did I go? Next Tuesday, the 16th. It's going to be iffy. Okay, well, the kids won't be up. Well, can we do this time next week?
Yeah, we could do this time next week.
Okay, because it's spring break and I have the kids and blah, blah.
Oh yeah, I get you.
I have 2 children, so.
Okay, how old are they?
The first one is 12 and the second one is 9. I'm lucky because my 12-year-old hasn't got off into that teenagery phase yet where she's hanging out with mommy. So she's still hanging out with mommy and do stuff together. So next week we've decided to take her. But 9 o'clock will be fine because they'll still be in bed.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. Woo! All right.
Awesome. All right, Shola. Next week's going to be a big one. Account management. We're going to have a lot of things to run through. So
And if I have an assistant, I want to be able to say, to tell them this and this and this too.
Yep.
Right. So, okay, perfect.
Awesome. Yeah. So if you want to just look at your inbox and kind of just what's the word? Do some reconnaissance on the responses that come through.
Yes.
Do that, and then just kind of bring your thoughts, concerns, or feedback that you have, and I'll tell you exactly how to respond to those people on the account management call next week. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Awesome. All right.
You're a very good coach. You're
Thank
an
you.
excellent coach. Not just very good. You're an excellent coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Awesome.
All
All right. I'll see you next week.
right. Bye.
Bye.